morning, everybody, and happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Good to see you back here. If you're here in the Discord, the YouTube Kick, or X chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's there this morning. We have Fat Guy, July Peppers, SWJ, Luce, Amateur Genius, Master Rick, TW. Good morning to you. What's up? Sparta Nick, Double G, more MV1, silent W. We've got, oh my God, Kick is loaded right now. What's up, Yaz? Cheese Balls, David, Coach Steve. Ribs Mod in the building, TR Professor. Travis in the air, good morning to you. What's up, Sovereign, Bonafide, Sander DB, Yama. Good morning, Eddie, Big Guy, Chew, Boo, Rhino Trader, Yaz, Tomoki, Shadowband, Stoli, Scott H, good morning. Frank Lazo, Crad, Randy Chapin, Consistently Fly, Jonathan Elsa, Cody Futures, Oscar, Crypto Trades, Tick Count, Freddie Rivera, Easy E. Good morning. What's up, Macmo? Master Macau, L-Rap, Blaze, McDurf, Tarbog, Brain, Von Micros. Good morning, Chad, Pocket Aces, Day Trader Rick. Good morning to you. Feels like a year since we saw you. Not that long. Really not that long. It was 1 week, right? It was only a week and it was a short week. Was it yesterday? No, not yesterday. Last week. Was it last week a short week? There was no trading on Monday. Well, there was, but there wasn't. Markets are kind of moving. We don't really have a, well, now they're starting to move. Jeez, I didn't even look at this. Markets are starting to move here. We're going down to the VWAP and the NQ. Getting a little bleed. Be really interesting to see if this could break below the VWAP and then start trending much, much lower. They are starting to sell it below 6,500 here in the S&P. So if that continues, if they continue to sell this below 6,500, I think there's definitely a trade there. Would have to get through this liquidity at 64.97, of course. So through 64.98, trading at 750 right now in the NAS, through the VWAP. How did everybody do last week? Anybody take any extraordinary trades? Friday was, that was a wild day, huh? Friday was one of those days where if you were really locked in, you could have made a lot of money. Like a lot. So we are bouncing here. I want to see if we can actually come back up around 6,500 and then maybe we can go back lower. We'll see. Oh yeah, we're still trading the U contract. It's going to expire in next Friday. So I would assume that we're going to trade that through the 16th probably. And the reason why is because, gosh, how many more days do we have? When is the old 9 days until the FOMC? Oh my God. Boy, it's going to be a fun week next week. So this week we really have two real days that are going to be important this week. It's going to be Thursday and Friday, really. The rest of the week is kind of like today. We don't really have any news until 11 and 11:30. So I think it's PPI on Thursday and CPI on Friday. Let me just check. Ding, 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 ding. Nope, I'm so wrong on that. I'm sorry. It's CPI on Thursday, PPI on Wednesday. I'm a day ahead of myself. So it's Wednesday and Thursday going to be the big days. Oopsie. So right now, bouncing out of the VWAP. don't really know what to think of today's session. There's a lot to do based on Friday's price action, but we need some type of catalyst. And there's not going to be a catalyst until like 11 o'clock. We get the New York Fed's one-year inflation expectations, which, by the way, are not going to be that important at all. But yeah, we're going to be trading the U contract. Let's see what the Z contract looks like right now. NQZ 2025. 24,000. Wow, it looks actually added some liquidity here. Some people are positioning themselves. Interesting. Yeah, so I would assume we're going to see more people rolling into that contract tail end of this week, beginning of next week. But FOMC is going to be on next Wednesday, 9 days from now. So a week from Wednesday. Reb's looking so relaxed today. Good to see you back. Yeah, it's great to be back. I miss my internet friends. I wonder when like Ninja Trader is going to suggest that we roll contracts. Usually they do it like a week before. So maybe they'll do the roll this Friday. That's probably when they're going to like do the roll via platforms. You know what I mean? So I have to see. So we did come back towards 6,500. We started auctioning underneath it a little bit. We're still battling right around 750 in the NAS here. We are seeing a little bit of a fade from Microsoft and Nvidia. If those continue to fade, I could see this kind of cutting a little bit lower. 64.97 is a big area in the S&Ps, so it's really going to be contingent upon it, whether or not that breaks down. There's going to be a lot of people covering shorts from, you know, if people are short 770 all the way through 785. With thin liquidity like this, anything can happen. It makes for a much riskier setup. Did I trade from my terminal or phone last week? Mostly my phone. Friday, I traded from my terminal, and I like really was just getting wild on Friday. I ended up being profitable, $1,800, but after my fees, I was down $70. So I took that many trades. It was a battle. It was a war. And if I would have held my final trade, I could have made 6 figures on that. But I was exhausted. It was a long morning. I was like, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be on vacation. I shouldn't be battling this hard. So, how did you guys do last week, though? Did anybody make an extraordinary amount of money? I know last week was difficult for a lot of people. I know that it wasn't easy. I mean, Friday was insane. He made 2K overall, nice. 21K from Tuesday to Friday, that's huge. Damn. I don't even think I made that much. I think I made like 19,000 or something. Well, actually I made a little bit less because if you count the fees. Yeah, that's cutting lower now. So 64.97 got eaten through. I wonder if it can actually continue this break. Let's see, below like 741. It's definitely cutting lower here. Trying to see if it's going to bounce at all. Doesn't look like it. Gave us a little bounce back above 6,500 slightly, but and we're coming right back down. So markets are moving for sure, but this feels a little bit sketch to jump in. 12K on evals, that's dope. Made enough for a few margs in options last week. Nice. What's up, Kingpin? Multiple 3-inch putts last week. Your lessons on patience are paying off. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, dude, the thing is like, I mean, let's just say like you're just the most perfect trader in all of the land, right? Let's just say that you have an account that has $250,000 in it, and you decide that you're gonna take one trade out of the entire year. You end up shorting this area here, so you end up with an average here. You take 100 contracts short from 860, and then you cover, let's just pick a spot here, like right here. So 860 to 560. So you get 300 points on 100 contracts. That's $600,000. You can make your whole year in one single trade. Do you see what I'm saying? Like if you're patient enough, I'm not saying that I'm trying to use an exaggerated example here, but I'm just saying like if you're patient enough, like the things that you could do are just outrageous. They're ridiculous. You know, that would definitely make your whole year right there on one single trade. It can be done. I'm not saying that that's the trade you're going to take, but I'm just saying like if you realize that kind of trade is out there and that happens in a single session, because a lot of people don't realize like how much you can make in a single session if you're super locked in. It can be done. Ribs, looking to start trading futures my own funds. What do you think is the best budget to start with? Do you think 10K or 15K is great to start with? I wouldn't do that until you've had 9 to 12 months of consistent profitability on props. I would highly recommend it. Recommend against doing your own account unless, you know, that's the case. If you have 9 to 12 months of consistent profitability, then, you know, then great. But if you don't, I fat fingered a position, then put me on tilt. Yeah, dude, that's what happened with my Tradeify accounts. The copier didn't work on my Tradeify accounts on the 7th or 8th day. Like, dude, I only needed to make like $800 to get paid out on those. And my copier didn't work that one morning. It was live on stream here. My copier didn't work off the open. It worked. It worked in the pre-market. We were up like $800 per account, which is what, 4K. And then the open happened. And then I clicked a trade and put on 5 contracts in one account. I didn't change anything. I didn't refresh Tradeivate or anything. Tradeivate just had a mind of its own and turned off the group copying. And so it was like, the hell? That put me on tilt. I ended up, I think, losing the accounts that day or the next day or something like that, you know? Super annoying. Nothing I could do about it, though, but that's electronic trading for you. Sometimes you're just getting smoked by things that are out of your control. I mean, obviously, I could have looked at the account copy group, but why should I even look at that? It's like if I'm trading my real account on AMP, and let's say I have like 2 contracts in the window, right? 2 contracts in the DOM where I'm entering in my order quantity, and I'm using that all morning, and then I go to click it again, and all of a sudden it's set to 25. I should be pretty shocked by that because I didn't change it from 2 to 25. It's never happened to me. I'm just saying. Copier blew some accounts on Friday for me. Really? That's not good. Which copier is everybody out there using? My whole screen went black for like 45 seconds, then it came back, and well, I lost 800 of 1K DLL. Went back to micros, and well, boom. Lost all 5 accounts. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. This is why I didn't want to short here, by the way. You can see we're bouncing up here. 745, almost up 10 points on this bounce. It just felt a little risky shorting this low into the move. Trade Synchro? Yeah, I've heard, what's Tradcopia? I've never heard of Tradcopia. That's crazy. Trade Synchro. Yeah, I've never used Trade Synchro before. Wow, look at that right back down. Wow, there's some aggression on the sell side here. This is crazy. It's very thin, too. I mean, relatively thin. Not a huge fan of this price action this early on. We'll see if more liquidity comes in like around 8:30. How's Quantower's trade copier? I've never used it before. I've still never used Quantower ever in my life. People have been using it for a long time around me. Never once fired it up. Never installed it. Apex is not 90% off. I think it's 80% off right now. I have no idea. I got to update that. We're going to have a new stream look and feel pretty soon here. Had one error, but it was my fault. Customer support help. Interesting. Trade Copia. I've never even heard of that. Let me see this thing. The hell is Trade Copia? Trade Copia. Huh. Is this better than Trade Sync? I mean, I'm never going to use any of this stuff because all the prop firms have different rules. I'm sure if I spent some time doing it, I would probably use it, but you know. It's not on the cloud. Brian Stonksofer, he made this? That's cool if he made this. For real? That's dope. Good for him. That's dope. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really concerned with it. I've only had one issue with Trade-Evade. I've only had one single issue, so. It is what it is, baby. It is what it is, you know? I really, you know, at the end of the day, there's one account that I care about. It's my AMP account. That's it. It's the only account that I truly care about. If I lose a prop firm account, I don't really care. What platform we use with AMP? TradingView, baby. TradingView. This is what it look. Look at the battle that I had. Look at this. Ah! I was doing so well, dude. Look at that. I nailed the print, the NFP print. Literally, just absolutely. Look at that. I didn't take any trades before. Nailed that perfect long for NFP. Oh my god. Got the re-long. I mean, long cover half, re-long it cover. I could have caught the extension, and then finally caught a short, and then could have let it ride. But yeah. Anyway, could have been a fun day. It was exhausting by the time I was trading in that area. So yeah, the balance is at 465,000. I don't know if I'm gonna take any out. I keep thinking about it. Maybe I take out a $250,000. What am I gonna do with it though? Put it in the SPY. $250,000 turns into 275,000 by the end of the year. Wow. Or maybe I start working towards building this to like a $3 million account, get on TT, start trading 500 contracts like a real man, write some algorithms, call it a day. What do you think? And then I can say I actually did code the algorithm, you know? I don't know. Every single time I want to take out the money, and I just think about like, well, I don't need it in there for the leverage, but I always feel like the money in there is working better for me than being in the SPY. Start a prop firm, dude. No shot. Become a market maker. Yeah. I don't know. A lot of things you could do. I don't know. I think get it to $1 million first, then think about $3 million. We're already over $1 million, my friend. Remember, I withdrew 710,000. We're way over $1 million, buddy. Are your bookmap settings posted somewhere I can find that? I've never posted them anywhere, no. You know what's funny is like I customized bookmap to look like this probably 4 years ago, and I haven't touched it since because this is how my brain works. And what's weird about it is like the offer is green on the bubbles and the bid is red, but then my bid in the price ladder, like look. The bid is blue here and the offer's red, but the offer, I don't know. It's how my brain looks at it. So I figure that if you copy my exact settings, you probably wouldn't do so well with it. I have it like backwards, but I've had it this way for 4 years, so. You're long 64.98. Oh, Richard Harris. I thought that was you. What's up, amigo? How you doing, buddy? You don't have to use trade copy. You can simply switch between accounts, saver option. Yeah, I mean, are you talking about like with Trade Syncer or whatever? Like you can switch account groups or something? Is that what you mean? You watch any of the US Open tennis? I didn't, dude. I know, I'm stupid. I didn't watch any of it. Coming lower. Yeah, really, you know what's crazy is like Microsoft has really been dictating most of these market moves in the NQ. Like if you overlay Microsoft's chart pattern over an NQ, it's almost identical. So I'm really looking at Microsoft for clues. We're underneath the VWAP now. We would have taken that short on that bounce. We'd be up in profit. But do you even hold beyond this area? Because we're coming to that prior low. What was that? Like 43? Yeah, you know, you just never know. Missed your streams last week. Well, I missed you, Jose. 507 down to 496. Gotcha. The trade copia. Is it copia or a copia? Sounds like somebody from Boston saying copier. What's up, Zen Scalper? With trade copia, once you set up the groups, you only select the one lead account. It also lets you set your stop loss and apply to the group. That's cool. Sounds like it's very robust in features. Now, this is a fake Bass Pro fishing hat. It's made by a designer named Warren Lotas. It's got a Grim Reaper fishing on it. Because I want to get short today and all the longs. I want to booty blast all the longs. Nah, I don't really care what happens today. Whatever happens, happens. Should beginners start with the ES? MES, not ES. Start with the MES. Since the London Open, ES can't break 10 points range. All right. That's pretty gross stuff, brother. ES is, well, I mean, even the NQ, I mean, just being wound up in this tight range right here. Basically here to here. It's wound up in this. Don't really like that. And plus too, like, you know, if we draw liquidity down here, it's like, are we just gonna take that and run with it and then bounce back up here? Or even just like this whole thing and then draw liquidity here and then, yeah, who knows, man. It's hard on days where you don't have any news coming out. So I guess we'll have to wait for the bottom of the hour and kind of take it from there. See what happens. Did you take a vacation last week? Yep. Did not stream one single time last week. It was lovely. I almost F myself Friday. I had to work super hard to get it back Friday. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough day. A lot of movement. I mean, top to bottom, what is that, 8? Let's just call it 900 down to 500. It's a 400 point range on Friday. It's easy to get clapped. Also, there's a lot of people too, when the market's moving down like this, a lot of people are like, okay, I'm gonna buy it here. These little bounces here, 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 and then they go all in by here, and then they get clapped one more time. And then by the time it's down here, they're like, fine, I'll short it. All right, I'll short it. I'll short it. I've been trying a long and I'll short it. And then it goes, yeah. It's crazy. That's the psychology of the trader that's been trading for less than 5 years. Because I used to be that trader. Long, 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 full port. All right, fine, I'll short it. That's your mind works in mysterious ways. And it seems like the market makers know your exact pain points of where you start to give up and flip sides. Happens to the best of us. But yeah, like on the schedule today, we have the New York Fed 1-year inflation expectations out of 11. Treasury's doing a 3 and 6 month bill auction, which is going to be complete nonsense given that FOMC is literally a week from Wednesday. So nobody cares about short-term bills right now. Probably going to have a low participation rate. We get the July consumer credit all the way at 3 p.m. today. That's when heading into power hour, you know. So maybe that will ignite power hour to be something wild. Now, I'm not saying that today can't be wild, but I'm just saying that we don't have anything to drive us. Like, I don't have any clues in where we can be positioned ahead of FOMC until Wednesday and Thursday, right? What's up, Will Be Rich? Trump speaking at 10? For real? Let me see. don't have that on mine. Maybe they updated it recently. I don't know. What do I know? Yeah, nothing. What are you bias? Are we going to see a 50-point move at open? Just wanted to clear this challenge, bro. Need 50 points. Don't. That's how you lose the challenge, my friend. You got to take it slow. The market will give you 50 points when it wants to give you 50 points. Can't force your way through the door. Just take it slow. You can pass that challenge a week from now, so just take it slow, man. Just relax. Financial juice. The juice is loose, baby. Yeah, maybe. Feels like the only good move so far was that dunk from 780s down to 745. That's really it. But nothing I would take, unfortunately. What's up, Blameless Ministries? How are you? Any giveaways this week? Yes. I'm going to be doing giveaways starting tomorrow, and then I think we have a special something coming on Wednesday, which is going to be a lot of fun. So, it'll be good. What's your TP there, Richard? I think you're long at 98s, right? What do you think about top step back to funded 729 and reset at 150K? If it's in your trade budget, I'd say go for it, man. Who am I to stop you? Claiming another Tradeify growth account on here about 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I'll take care of that when we go over to the stream. I'll pay out everybody for whatever you got. We are starting to push back up here, though. Nice call on that long there, Richard. Way to go. Nice trading there, buddy. 65.50? I don't think that's accurate. Are you trading the... which contracts are you trading that are 65.50 right now? What's up, Jess? Good morning. I don't believe you. You love the D channel. I'm just relaxed, baby. I didn't feel like putting any product in my hair this morning. Might rock with this look. What's up, D-Best? Black and Blues, what's happening? We're just chilling, baby. Might as well, you know, just relax. Relax and chill. 6,500, nice. Bruce, do you think 10 to 15K is a good budget to trade futures, specifically NQ? Are you the same person who asked me if you should fund a personal account? I mean, dude, you could trade futures with $1,000. Trade the micros. But again, I caution trading your own real account. There's very few people that can trade their own money. There's very few people that can do it, man. Very few people. I don't know of many people. Like Jade Cap, I know trades his own money. Transparent with it here and there. But dude, I'm trying to forewarn you because here's what I foresee. You're gonna put 10 or 15,000 in an account. You're gonna make like $200, $500, $1,000, $200, $500, and then you're gonna have a day where you lose like $1,000, and then you're gonna try to chase that loss, and then it's just if you don't have 9 to 12 months of consistent profitability on a prop, I think you're just setting yourself up for disaster. Why'd you switch from Edge Clear to AMP? Because AMP allows me to trade more contracts without having to prairie dog my margins. Or not prairie dog, but prairie dog. Bird dog my margins, not prairie dog. I don't have to bird dog my margins like I do on Edge Clear. Edge Clear, one day I traded like 75 contracts and then they started getting all crazy about it. I put on 75 contracts when I had like, I don't know, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 in my account. And they're like, okay, we got to up your margins because they don't have a robust risk management team. AMP has their own, they're self-clearing, right? With Edge Clear, I was clearing through Dorman, and their risk desk is separate from Edge Clear, and Edge Clear doesn't really have a risk desk. So Dorman's risk desk was like, they're old school, and they're like, we don't know this guy's history. Like, yeah, he's been crushing it this year, but we don't want him to take on a position. And this is when Trump was tweeting a lot too. We don't want to take on a position and then go net negative in the account and then have to chase this guy down for funds, right? So when I move over to AMP, I mean, they have auto liquidation tools. They have a very robust risk desk that, I mean, they'll allow me to trade 100 contracts. Even when I only had $200,000 in my account, I could trade 100 contracts. So I don't usually trade 100 contracts, but it's nice to know I don't have to bird dog my margins and look at like, if I get like, pretend like there's like a great short that I'm in and I got 25 contracts on, and then all of a sudden we get some crazy news and it's like, it's about to flush like crazy. I want to add to that position. I want to go heavy on it. Now, if I'm on edge clear and that's going to be an issue where let's say that they're only going to allow me to put on maybe 20 more, I could trade max size 45 or something. Imagine the amount of money that I'm missing out on, let's say a 200 point move. So let's say they allow me to put on 45 total or something. I can't put on 55 contracts extra. 55 contracts, 200 points is going to cost me over $100,000. Over $200,000, sorry. Do the math, Ripsy. So, and I love AMP. I've had no issues with AMP. That's why. That's why we moved over from edge clear to AMP. What you describe with chasing losses or not being able to call it quits on a red day, how do you consciously deal with it? Just walk away. Feel like even with setting rules, I tend to break them. Sometimes it pays, when it pays off, it reinforces. Yeah, I talk about that all the time. I mean, I've been this is my 11th year. 11th year will be complete. Let me see. I forget. I think it was September. Let me see which month. Hold on. Okay. September 23rd, 2014 is when I got approved for options trading on TD Ameritrade. So in 15 days will complete my 11th year of trading. Crazy, huh? Isn't that awesome? So anyway, the reason why I bring that up is that, dude, I struggled for years, man. I did all of the bad things in trading. Like I did it all the time. I still do bad things in trading. I'm not a perfect man. You know, I'm a human. Right? So I did a lot of those things. I did the chasing thing. I did the have a huge day and then blow it the next day. All right, there's some streamers out there that will show you a big day and then next week they won't show you anything from their personal brokerage account, and they certainly won't show you their balance because God forbid they show you their balance on their personal brokerage account. Anyway, but they're hiding it from you because, you know, they have one big day and then they blow up the next day. And that's normal. Boom and bust is normal in trading. It's a psychology thing that you have to get over. And if you're not used to trading real money, like if you spent all COVID paper trading on a stream, you know, you haven't had that experience of trading real money in big numbers. So at the end of the day, it's difficult. You're going to run into these cycles of boom and bust. You just have to spend a lot of time getting through it. And some people will never make it through. I took a 6-month break from trading because I never thought I was going to come back, you know? Justin says 6 days away from taking a $450K payout from Apex. Use code RIPS to purchase the accounts back in May. My man. That's insane, baby. That's insane. Hey, Rips, you see the new Ferrari F80? That came out like 6 months ago, didn't it? They're going to be coming out with the new SF90 replacement soon. I don't know when they're going to announce it. One of my followers was like, they're announcing it this week, but I don't know if that's true. Maybe. I mean, my dealer was, or when we did our IRL stream at the Las Vegas Ferrari, they've been telling me for like the last 2 months that it's coming right around the corner. So maybe the announcement comes this week. We'll see. Did I change my mind on the car? They never called me back. So I made them an offer 3 weeks ago. And he's like, yeah, I think we can make that happen. And then they never called me back. And I don't really care to chase down that car. I'm not going to pay more than what I think it's worth. So I was shocked though. I worked with my buddy here in Discord. His name's Ferrari Phil. He used to work at Ferrari Beverly Hills, I believe. Pretty sure. But anyway, he was walking me through the deal. And they never called back. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, I don't care. I love my car. I'm not going to chase that thing down. I don't really care. It doesn't really matter. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. But I will be specking out the new SF90 replacement. That's for sure. Yeah, Ferrari Beverly Hills. There you go. But yeah, I definitely will be speccing out the new SF90. They said I have an allocation. We'll see how that sticks. You know, I've had Ferrari lie to me before in the past. Back in like, I was speccing out a 488 Spider, and they said I was going to get the very first allocation in California for that. That was a lie. And I knew that because my buddy got his before mine. And that really pissed me off. But we'll see. Can provide proof of the 450K if you want me to put it on your X account. I'm trying to make sure they pay me and don't have a following. If you have any issues, you let me know, dude. I would really doubt that they're not going to pay you. Seriously doubt that. I've been seeing them pay out a lot of people, especially lately. As well as, what was I going to say? They're also implementing something where I'm pretty sure like they instantly deny your payout, you know? If you did something wrong. As long as you're following the rules, dude. Like the 30% rule and all that, you should be fine. 488 Spider is one of the sickest looking cars out there. Yeah, I mean, I had one for a little bit. It was fun. It's a fun car. It didn't sound as good as the 458 though. 458 Spider was probably one of my top Ferraris. The SF90 now is my favorite. The favorite car all around. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous car. I can't believe that that's a production car. It's ridiculous. Anybody who gets that car and they don't have like extensive driving experience, they're going to put it into a wall. 100%. Ferrari, Phil, how many clients you know have wrecked the SF90? I'd be curious if you know like a lot of clients that have wrecked that thing. News is tomorrow? What, you talking about Ferrari news? Everybody knows about it but me, apparently. Maybe it is. Are you int? Like four-wheeling. You know, when I was building a house in Utah, I was gonna start doing all that stuff, but nah. I would need like a big property. We were looking at property, my wife and I were looking at property, like big spanning property. I wanted to like build like a small like track on it and stuff like that. I was looking for something like that. That never came to fruition. Where were we looking for that? Like Colorado or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, I built a home in Utah, ended up selling it. Never moved into it, never saw it, never visited the construction site once. Flipped out of it. How's the break from streaming? Did you miss us at all? Of course. Always miss you guys. What's up, Bibsta? Yeah, I'd love to get in some trades here once we can start getting some more orders hitting the tape. Be lovely. Yeah, the Darth Vader SF90, I've seen that. It's, I'm pretty sure it's the Mansory. I'm pretty sure it's the Mansory one. Not entirely sure. Pretty sure. Built my own house in Montana on 21 acres. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're looking at Montana too. Whitefish. Oh God, there was another area out there. Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Is that right? Jackson? Pretty sure Jackson Hole was the other spot we're looking at. But yeah, never came to fruition. Last like country area that I built on was like Utah. It was on the back of a golf course. Brand new golf course. Brand new community. It's nice. Porsche announced a new Turbo S. Did you see it? I guarantee it looks a lot like the old Turbo S. Was it Park City? Maybe. Jackson Hole too cold? Yeah, maybe. Let me see. New Turbo S on Porsche. Let me see. Let's see. I changed the tailpipe a little bit here. Kind of what I'm saying. I'm gonna bring this up over here. I mean, obviously it looks very similar. They're not going to change the design because it's been the same design for what, 50 years now, 60 years. How many years has the 911 still been around? Been a long time, right? Been a very long time. 0 to 60, 2.4. Damn. Is it hybrid? Oh, there you go. Hybrid, yeah. 700 horsepower, dude. Ooh, that's a rocket ship. My SF90 does 0 to 60 in 2 flat in the right conditions, but I've never experienced that. I mean, it's beautiful. That spec right there is gorgeous. That is a gorgeous spec right there. I wouldn't mind that. Every single time I drive by a Porsche, I always tell my wife I want to get one again. I just don't. There's no need for it. I don't drive. Barely drive. You know, go down the strip. That's it. 2 cars for me, 1 car for my wife. That's enough for me. If I got this, I'd have to get rid of something. I don't want to get rid of either of my cars. You know. That's the. There's a reason why I'm not. Like if I get rid of my SF90, it's probably gonna be with the SF90 successor or an SF90 Spider. You know? 61 years. There you go. Wow. Coming off a bad string of like a week and a half of bad trading. Took Friday off last week. Gonna try to be better this week. There you go. It's always good too to, you know, you can take a week off of trading. It'll be, I thought I was gonna take last week off from trading. I'm glad I didn't. You know, we ended up making, you know, over 15 grand last week. So completely forgot you have that sick Bentley. I mean, yeah, that's my casino cruiser. If I want to get a back massage, hop in the Bentley. Coupe came with a masseuse. I'll take road trips now. I like being where I am. You know, anywhere I'm driving, I'm going to the strip. That's it. The week or 2 before that, I was crushing. I would just take a break, man. Just get a little reset. There's nothing wrong with a reset, dude. Just a little break, dog. Ain't no thing, baby. Everybody's so scared about taking a break. Gotta get you a G-Wagon? I don't really like the G-Wagon. Not my thing. Have you been in a G-Wagon? I like the GLE 63S. That thing is cooler, in my opinion. It's like a monster truck on wheels. The G-Wagon is just the same boxy design they've had. I don't really like the silhouette of the G-Wagon. I've never had a G-Wagon. I don't think I've ever had one. Yeah, no, never had a G-Wagon. Yeah, no, never. Had a bunch of Mercedes, but never a G-Wagon. I almost got that new SL. Decided against it. I didn't think it was built that well, to be honest. Have I ever done any radio voiceovers? No. New Escalade. Dude, yeah, the Escalade. That's a nice car. That new Cadillac is dope. We've gotten picked up by a couple Escalades out here in Vegas when I didn't drive, when we were like going to concerts with friends and stuff. The new Escos are sick. They're nice. I haven't driven one, of course. Been driven in one, and being a passenger to that thing is quite nice. Rips referred 2 peeps over here, and Rips CC for Bookmap. Thanks for what you do. Thanks for being here, Matt. Nice to see you with us. Good to see everybody this morning. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. There's just been nothing so far. I mean, last week I feel like had a lot of opportunity. I mean, I was trading. Well, I was sleeping in last week too. I'm not gonna lie. I was sleeping in, trading from my bed. It was great. It was fantastic. It was just like very pure and relaxing. I hadn't asked him for like a week, dude. I took it back to the dealership. It was dude, it was the worst car I've ever had. One of the worst cars I've ever had. And maybe they've changed since then, but that Aston was god awful. It was, oh God, DB5 or something? DB9 maybe? I don't know. This is back in like the 2010s. DBX, maybe it was a DBX. It was like the newer one, like the new one, like very sleek and like smooth. I think the door handles were flush. I had it for like a week, dude. I also had a Bentley back then for a week. Took that back. I did not enjoy that car at all. Back then, the GT Conti back then was just not it. It was green. I had a green one. DBS? Okay, DBS. That was like very sleek design, very sleek in the back. Yeah, dude. Okay, so am I wrong? Am I wrong like that car was trash? Well, am I wrong that car was like complete and total trash? because I hated it. I don't remember what I hated specifically about it, but I just remember I was like, I gotta get rid of this thing. I can't stand it. Hard ride, maybe that's what it was. I couldn't stand it. I was like, I thought I was gonna feel like James Bond in that thing, and I felt like Jimmy Boney or something. I don't know. Jim Bones. It was just terrible. Okay, they were terrible. There you go. Maybe it was because it was slow too. I just remember I was like very disappointed, and like it was like day 2. I was like, I had buyer's remorse day 2, and like by the first week I was like, I gotta get rid of this thing. It's awful, horrible. Johnny English. I think they're better now, right? Because the same dealership that is Ferrari out here, it's Rolls Royce, Ferrari, Bentley, and Aston Martin. So I think Aston Martin got their things together. Aston was owned by Ford. Maybe that's what it was, dude. We are pushing up still here. A V12 Vantage. Nah, that was... I gotta really love a car. I never even had a Murcielago. My buddy did. My buddy had a Mercy Roadster. That thing was so dope. Oh my God, that thing was so sick at the time. This was back in like, dude, this is a financial crisis, like 2008. He had a Mercy Roadster. That thing was so sick, dude. 2008. It must have been like, I think it was like a 2006 Mercy Roadster. And that thing was so nasty. Mercy sounded credible with the... Dude, there's nothing that sounded like a Mercy. Like the Aventador, I feel like sounded kind of like a muted Mercy. You know, didn't it? Am I crazy? I swear to God, the Aventador just sounded more tame or something. It sounded like they put like cans on that thing or something. It just sounded not as nice. The Mercy was just like unleashed, dude. I don't know what it was, but oof, that thing was just the pitch. It sounded like an F1 car, actually. It really did. Very high-pitched whine in the Mercy. That was like very specific to the Mercy. Oh, there you go. Ferrari Phil says Mercy is a higher pitched sound. Aventador is much lower. There you go. Yeah, dude, and then an Aventador on the track feels like you're drifting a limo. That thing sucks on a track. Never track an Aventador. It's a waste of your time. It's the worst car on America to track. The worst supercar to track. It's literally like you're drifting a limo. It's so bad. I was shocked. I was like, what is this car? Who did they make this for? Track the SEO. I've never tracked the SEO. I tracked the regular Ericon. What's up, John? You've flown off the track in the Aventador. The brake lines are terrible. Dude, it's just, it feels like a boat or like a limo. It's just so bad. I can't believe how bad that car is on a track. I feel like anything could beat that thing on a track. Is that me with 445 contract? Nah, I'm flat right now, man. I see him though, 780. I see him. I guarantee they'll move. There's no way they want to get taken. McLaren, I was going to get a McLaren race car, 675 or 625, whatever Mia Fluid used to have. And long story short, when I was test driving it out at Thermal, I was pretty close to buying it. And then another person was pretty close to buying it. And then they put it into a wall because the brake line failed. So I could have got really messed up. And I was like, all right, maybe I'll not buy McLarens for a while. My buddy, who is a big car collector, he had a bunch of McLarens and he got like the Speedtail, said it was awful. And then turned back in a lot of his McLarens, sold his P1. So I was like, all right, no McLarens. But yeah. What's up, Pete? What's happening? The Audi R8 V10 and the Ferrari 458 on the track. Yeah, the Audi R8 V10 is just like, it's the same thing as what is that? The Gallardo. I had one of those. I had a Gallardo Spider, the yellow one. Speedtail is wild. Yeah, he sent it back. He said it was a piece of junk. He said it was garbage. Any Bugattis in your future? My Bentley's like a mini Bugatti. It's made in the same factory. I don't know. I'm never gonna say no, but like I just can't imagine it. I don't know. Maybe if I have a $10 million a year trading a stream account, maybe that would be like a cool thing to do to promote. I don't know. Missed you too, John. Pagani. I mean, those types of cars, man. I've never been in one. My buddy had a Bugatti. He had Birdman's red Bugatti. I never went in it. Never got to drive in it. Never got to ride in it. Never been in a Bugatti. I've seen plenty of them. Never sat in one. Never driven one. Never driven a Pagani. They have a Huayra here at the Wynn. But yeah, I mean, those types of cars, I don't know. It just feels like, dude, I used to be so nervous. I remember when I started buying more expensive cars, I used to get so nervous about like parking my car and everything. Now I just don't care. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Like I've come out and seen like people like posing in front of my cars. I'm sure people have sat on my cars, put handprints on my cars in the valet and everything, but I don't know, they're just things. But then like when that thing costs like over $1 million, it's kind of like, you know. Yeah, he sent back his Speedtail Ferrari, Phil. Sent it back. Your Clipper journey starts when you get a Bugatti. Yeah, I mean, it's good for like promotion and everything, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna like, I don't want a Bugatti. I'd get one if there's like a valid reason. If there's a valid reason to buy a Bugatti, sure. Yeah. What's up, KCP? What's up, Brad Trader Matt? How do you insure those things? Yeah, I mean, you just, there's companies that will insure them, surprisingly. Specialized insurance. Dude, I remember the most ridiculous insurance that I ever had was for one of my Richard Milles. And it was like the most outrageous, and I ended up paying it for like a year, and I was like, I'm just not gonna do this anymore. I can't even remember what it was, but it was something so stupid. I want to say like it was like $7,000 a month or something absolutely stupid. Maybe not 7,000, maybe like 3,000. I can't remember. I have no idea. I'd have to go back and check. But I just remember being like, what am I doing paying this much to insure a stupid watch? Dumbest thing ever. Hey, you insure watches, yes. See a big move on the annual non-farm payroll revision comes out tomorrow? No, I don't. But we could see a lot of like movement on that, but not specifically because of that, but because we're trying to see people rolling out of this contract into September or into December. You know? What's up, Anthony? Love my Cybertruck and how it's become more mainstream. Truck dudes in Texas are asking about it now. Full self-driving. Took a fan from Texas. Yeah, dude, the self-driving thing. I have never had a Tesla either. I've been told they're just incredible driving experiences as far as like, you know, getting chauffeured around with a self-driving and everything. I've never owned a Tesla. I have friends that, tons and tons of friends that have Teslas. I have friends that ordered the, whatever that thing was, the Roadster, Tesla Roadster. So they all ordered the Tesla Roadster and nobody's received their Tesla Roadster. I wonder when that thing, or if that thing's ever going to come out. Yeah, the Koenigsegg is, I can't see myself ever getting something like that because I just don't, like, maybe if I was younger, you know, maybe. Cars are just things, man. They're just things. I love my cars, but there's no reason for me to get more, you know. I'd have to get rid of some. Tesla Plaid kills everything on the road. I feel like if you get spacers on a Plaid, you can make that thing look pretty damn cool. You know? I feel like if you get spacers on a Tesla Plaid, some nice wheels on that thing, you can make that thing look real nice. I'm all for that. Yeah, I think that'd be dope. If I was gonna get a Tesla, I'd get the Plaid. I get some spacers, get a nice wide stance. Ooh yeah. 4G autos, there you go. Get some 4Gs on that thing. Tracked a GT3, it was amazing. Yeah. Last time I tracked something, what was it? What was I driving? A Pista. Tracked a Pista. That was fun. Not mine. Not my Pista. I've never had a Pista. I keep getting offered Pistas and they keep going up in value. Every single time I get a new offer on one, or somebody tries to offer me one for sale, I'm like, that was more than the last guy. No. Yeah, Pista's very nice. If I was going to get a collector Ferrari, I'd get a Pista for sure. Do you think 25 points is a good default risk for the NQ? Maybe. I mean, it depends, dude. There's some trades where like 5 points could stop you out because if it doesn't do right then and there what you're looking for, you know, 5 points could be enough. Just depends. I'm not a systematic trader. If you want systematic trading advice, you'd come to the wrong place. Or even good trading advice. Came to the wrong place, my friend. Aren't they almost 1 million now? Let me see what my last guy was. I don't think it was 1 million, dude. Let me search Pista. Oh, so he had a Pista spider. He left me a message. There's a 1 of 1 Pista spider. Is this one he sent me? So I didn't respond on this, but I don't know. What's the market for a Pista aperta? Speciale aperta? Well, I guess this is called it. Wait, what do they call this? A Pista spider? Do they call it a Pista spider? It looks like they call it a, yeah, Pista spider. Just seeing the interior now. I hate this. The blue carbon. Ew, dude. Blue carbon, blue interior. That's so lame. I swear, some of these Ferraris that come out of the Atelier and the, what is it? The Atelier and, what's the T word? TaylorMade. That's it. The ones that come out of TaylorMade and Atelier, some of these people, I swear to God, the people who pick these options are literally blind people. It's so bad. So bad, dude. When are you going to go live poker again? There's something cooking for that. Something very special cooking for that. Have you ever considered the CA? Nah, I'm not a Corvette guy. I'll never get a Corvette. Not my thing. Millie on certain specs. Yeah, I'm sure that spider is probably up there. Blue carbon, I'm sure is very expensive. I just would never want blue carbon in my interior with blue and red. Like, it's not my spec, dude. I'm very simple in my specs. I like my specs pretty simple. The SF90 Stradale I have is pretty outrageous. It's got the Rosso Dino heritage paint job. Is nice. Was there a third episode of Poker Go? I'm on, I was on 2 episodes and then I'm on like 4 more episodes at the tail end of the season. So maybe this week I'm on this latest episode. So I don't know. It's not very exciting. The games that we're playing were smaller and I was running like garbage. So they're not great. I need to buy some Apex accounts and some Tradeify accounts. Right now I have TPT and funding ticks to trade. I also have my AMP account. 30 minutes now till the market opens, everybody. 30 minutes. The new shorts editing style is fire, and the latest YouTube video is sick. Yeah, the editor that I found is incredible. I love him. He's a very nice guy. He's a trader too. He's been doing very, very well. Well, let's see if I can do this. Dun dun dun. See if I can get some, Are you still in that thing, Richard? Are you still in that thing? That'd be dope if you're still in that trade. What's been your favorite prop lately? Everybody that's in chat right now, what's been your favorite prop to use lately? I really, really, really want to try to get like, I don't know if I want to do like 20 accounts or 5 accounts on Apex, but I feel like, dude, I really want to get going on Apex. I'd love to get something cooking on Apex. It's just that it's so hard for me to like find the patience and the time to be like, okay, I'm not going to take this in my personal account. I'm going to take this on my Apex account, you know? Like a really good trade setup. But I feel like if we got like further along, it would be like worth my time. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. Not a fan of Tradeify? Really? Why? What's up, Manto? Why aren't you a fan of Tradeify? I got direct contact with the people over there. Tell me why. Let's fix it. Why not do a bunch of different prop firms on a copy trade? I don't like doing the copy trading thing because they all have different rules, and I just don't want to deal with that. You see Top Step practically did straight to funded. Nah, you still got to pass though. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying it's not straight to funded. If you could just buy an account, that's straight to funded. Hate the payout caps on Tradeify. Well, you hit those caps, then they move you to live. TBT the best. Dude, I want to get going on TBT too. Dude, I have these accounts. I hope they aren't, let me see. I hope they're not expired. They shouldn't be. By the way, can we get some likes going on this on the YouTube video? I'd like to stay live on YouTube. I'll do it for 250 likes. Stay live on YouTube here. 500 not cheap for Top Step. I mean, you get what you pay for, right? I don't know. What do I know, dude? I don't know. Funny Ticks is the best firm out there, rules and pricing wise. They do have a lot. I mean, they're trying to definitely dominate the space. I got 3 accounts of Funny Ticks right now, 100K each. And let me see, where's my trading window thing? So I got 3 Funny Ticks, 100K, 0 accounts, which are the straight to funded. I got 5 Take Profit Trader accounts. They're 50K accounts, and I got to make $1,000 more in each one. So I got 5 accounts on TBT. Dude, the crazy thing is that one of the people who chats in, I think it's Noah. If Noah Schwartz is, or not Noah Schwartz, Noah Penn, if they're in here, they took $50,000 payout from TBT. Like, that's freaking wild. That's where it becomes like worth my time. If I can trade on a prop and take a 50K withdrawal, that's why, you know, if you can get to a certain level of like, okay, these account balances are this. It's just that you got to get through the trailing drawdown in Apex and TPT, and I want to get through that. TPT is my favorite. Rightly so, my friend. How fast did you get paid out when you requested, by the way? How fast was your payout? Couldn't you take out 50K for your Top Step live account? I don't trade on Top Step. I haven't traded on Top Step for the whole year, man. Right now, trying out my funded futures. It's okay so far. Gotcha. Would you enter right now in a short? Nah. I'm going to wait until the market opens, probably. Literally the weekend, because I requested Friday. So Monday it hit your account, or Monday it got approved, and then it hit your... How fast did it take until like it got approved until it hit your account? I like the daily payouts on TPT requests in the morning, get by the afternoon, lock in those profits, and build other props. Yeah, that's dope. Never used Bull Nanox, no. Last time I saw you stream, I was still living in Mexico. There you go. Welcome to wherever you are now. Monday, then withdraw it out. Nice. And the withdrawal took how long to hit your bank account? Like when you got approved Monday, how long did it take to actually get there? Like in your bank account. Actually like hit the wire or whatever, the ACH. TBT is all auto requested night funds taken overnight and paid during the day, never more than 18 hours. That's dope. Instant once you withdraw, that's dope, dude. Right now, TBT is 40% off. I know that. I don't know how long they're going to do that for, but I know that they are 40% off, and that's pretty damn good. Moved to Spain to study culinary school and also continue trading, of course. There you go. Nice. TPT is my favorite too. Got 3 separate payouts in the same week. The payouts were always fast. Nice. Like check it 2 to 3 minutes it's in your account. How did that feel getting 50K straight to the face? How'd that feel? Can imagine that probably felt pretty damn good, huh? Requested on Friday, still waiting for approval. Yeah, if you request on Friday, you know, everybody's like, when are they going to approve? Well, there's this thing called the weekend. People don't like to work on the weekends. You still have the live account at Top Step? I cashed that thing out a long time ago. Months and months ago. I think I cashed out in January, February. Whenever I stopped trading it. Probably February, dude. No prop firms that I know of process over the weekend. Funding ticks might be a little bit quicker because they're in Dubai time. So Dubai is a little bit, you know, bit ahead of everybody. How come you stop trading the Top Step live account? I mean, because I trade my own money. If I'm going to trade a live account, it's going to be my own money. Why would I not trade my own money? It's because TPT has a 2-step withdrawal, so they approve your takeout and it goes your wallet and you have to withdraw it to the bank. Once that's approved, it's pretty instant to your bank if you're in the US. Cool. Passport, Escort 360. I used to have radar, jammers, blockers, all that stuff. I had like the stealth install too in a couple of my cars, but then I stopped getting radar detectors a while ago. I think I stopped like back in like, I don't know, 10 years ago. I used to have it in every single one of my cars and I was like, I'm over it. I'm over it. What are your usual tell signs of a choppy market? Just low volume. That's it. Time frame is your book map set up at whatever I scroll it to. You know, if I scroll in like this, I can get it pretty dialed in tick by tick. If I scroll out with my mouse wheel, you know, I can select time slices up here. Wait, what is this? It must have updated. So I can do like 1 hour in the whole viewport. So like that. You can't see the whole thing. So if I did like that, you know, that's 1 hour. This is 4 hours. This is 1 day. You know. I just like to keep it on, you know, my mouse wheel wherever I scroll it. So, what broker do you use for your live account? AMP. Always recommend AMP. Also, Edge Clear is who I started out with, but I'll always recommend AMP. I've had a great experience with them. Fantastic. Funny Ticks doesn't have 50% off. What are they at? I'm neither bearish or bullish. We're just chopping in that same zone that we've been chopping in, so. I'm neither. Hey Rips, I got a 50K Rhythmic account in Apex. I can't download the program to use it. If you want to give it away, I'll send you the credentials. I don't think you could do that. Plus, it's attached to your credit card, so I mean, they could just click reset or something. I don't know. I don't think that can be done like that. I used to use Sierra Chart way back in the day, dude. I used Sierra Chart. I also used eSignal for a long time. Do you think the markets need a recession? Nah. Up and to the right, baby. Pullback? Sure. Recession? No. Up and to the right. Always up and to the right. Why not IBKR? Why would I trade on IBKR? Why would I trade futures on IBKR? Why would I ever do such a thing? So you stopped on Top Step was based on new insight or epiphany? I think Top Step is fantastic. I'll never say a bad thing about Top Step. I think they're a great firm. I have never had a single issue using Top Step. What is the indicator you use that shows all the support levels? Spaceman BTC. What are your thoughts on back to funded program Top Step came out with? If it fits in your trading budget, go for it. Been learning to use Sierra Chart last month, spending like 2 hours a day learning. It's a tough one. I don't know why. I mean, it's super antiquated. What's your why do you want to use it? What's on there that you can't get from other more modern platforms? Freddie Rivera wrote that in chat. Spaceman BTC. What's up, Aaron? How are you? What's up, Trade for Pips? What's happening? Yeah, I think Funny Ticks is like 30% off or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. I do not know. $20% off. Okay, well that makes sense. Connect Ninja to IB instead of using the IB platform? I mean, but why? Are you saying like that's what you do, or are you suggesting that I do that? What's up, Kato Prime? Mainly because it lets you customize pretty much anything, especially with order flow tools like footprint charts. I really just look for exhaustion and absorption. Okay, well there you go. Yeah, then you have a valid reason for using it. There you go. Love it. Very valid reason. I love it. Get us 50%. For which firm? How do you manage risk on a 50K account? I mean, trade smaller size. IB won't limit you 100 contracts. I mean, I don't really need to trade more than 100 contracts with my current balance. 100 contracts is way more than I need. If I need it, it's going to be a very specific situation. And I can't imagine I'd be like, well, I wish I had 150 right now. Not with this balance. Maybe when we get up towards, 2 million. We'll see. Really is a pain in the ass to use? Yeah, I can imagine. It's very antiquated. It's very old. What's up, Jess? Was Tradeify announcing today? Probably. I mean, that shouldn't be too hard to figure out. Come on. You should know. Most people should know by now. Really want to trade on Apex but my country isn't available? What? I mean, can you trade on Funny Ticks then? There's got to be a platform you can use. Gotta be a platform you can use. Gotta be a good one out there. Something wrong with my internet? No, come on, dog. So we are still pushing up. We got about 13 minutes here till the market opens. Get those likes up. I'll stick around for the market open. We get 250 likes. We got 150 right now. We got 100 to go. So let me know if you want to stick around on YouTube. Otherwise, we'll just drop it in the kick. We'll drop kick. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. right, we are back. Is everybody locked in for that music there? Was that Mario Kart? Oh my goodness. Oh, Mario Kart vibe. Yes, there were levels posted today. They were not posted last week because I was not here last week. What's up, Mike? Hard to trade these slow grind up days. Just wait. Wait for the open. Just gotta wait, be patient, or just trade it. Who am I to tell you what to do? Do whatever you want. Taking out the Globex eye right now. $47 to $91 here, so off that extension there, like 43, almost 50 full points. We are driving higher here. Looks like we're going to see some stops getting popped. Microsoft right at the VWAP here. We are comfortably underneath 500 in Microsoft. Nvidia as well, fighting to get back above the VWAP, so we'll have to see what happens on the market open here. But right now, lots of liquidity entering into the market since the top of the hour. Starting my own fund? Nah. I don't want to be responsible for other people's stuff. I like trading my own money. I don't want to deal with the stress of other people's money. Sounds like a nightmare. Yeah, AMP will beat most commissions too. Netflix and 5 of the 7 Mag 7 have gapped up pre-market. Yeah, definitely. Seeing a lot of that. Also, we have Apple's event tomorrow. Finally, get rid of this stupid iPhone 16. Can't stand this thing. Ever since like the first week I had it, I swear I had a lemon. Halfway through the year, I tried to turn it back into an Apple. They're like, nah, this isn't a lemon. I was like, dude, can you just shut up and go get me a new one from the back? Like, come on, bro. I didn't say that, obviously, but it's like, dude, just go in the back and just give me a new one. This one is scuffed. Not physically, but like, you know. I've hated this phone, though. The antennas on it suck. The battery life sucks. Everything sucks. The 15 wasn't so bad. 15 had good battery life for me, but this 16 has just been trash since day one for me. Well, week one. So I'm excited for the 17 to knock this one out of the park. It'll be great for content creation too. Apparently, there's supposed to be some new features for content creation, so I'm excited about that. I still have my S25 for IRL streaming and all that, but I might be buying 2 of the iPhone 17s if they're good. I think the 17 will be better than my 16 Pro Max. I think it will. I have high hopes because my 16 Pro Max is dog water. What do I think about what? Robinhood being added to the S&P 500? Whatever. Not a big deal. I care more if something's being added to the NASDAQ, you know, 100 versus 500. Apple's now financing. I mean, they've been that way. You can buy bonds in Apple, brother. They've been like that. You can buy Apple bonds, baby. Notes. Apple freaking notes and bonds. Haven't had a problem with 16 Pro Max. What did you, where did you come from? Were you on a 15 Pro Max before that? Or were you on like a 12? Because if you're on like a 12 or a 10 or an X or whatever, you know, there was definitely a leap, but I feel like it was a downgrade from the 15. Or maybe I just got 11. Okay, yeah, so you came from the 11, yeah. If you came from the 11, then yeah, it's of course going to be a downgrade. If you missed the 15, 15 was way better. What ticker we traded? The NQ. NQ Futures. NQU 2025. September contracts. Still got your 12 Pro. There you go. It's fine. being a content creator and being on my phone often for dealing with work, being on the social media sphere requires certain things, and your phone is kind of your tool, I have the S25 Ultra as well. I have that. I got 2 phones. I got 3 phones. I got 17 phones, dude. Work equals ribs from odd spams. I mean, ain't me. I did run a diagnostic at Apple, and they refused to give me a new phone. This is 6 months into ownership. But whatever, who cares? It's fine. I don't care. All right, let's do a quick check on the likes, see if we got there. 190, so close. All right, YouTubers, I'll see you tomorrow. We're jumping over to Kick. See you folks tomorrow on YouTube, or join us over on Kick. It's gonna be a lot better. Take care. See you.